I'm gonna show you exactly how I will use the next 90 days to make the most money in my entire fucking life. Again, because I do it every single quarter. And I have to because time flies so fucking fast. Like, one quarter of 2026 is fucking over. Are you like fucking kidding me, bro? What did you even do? What did you even achieve, right? Now, you are watching this video, which means that you probably want to be successful and you are either not happy with what did you do or you just did some results and you just want to achieve more. And obviously I'm doing it myself, so I'm just gonna share all the 3 steps that I will do and so you can just copy me. I don't see anybody actually doing it, bro. Like, nobody even talks about this. So if you do it, you can literally make $10,000 per month within just 90 days, bro. That's what the second quarter is for. But you need all of these 3 points. So if you already clicked, at least make sure to watch till the end. Now, the very first point is that you have to analyze Q1. What did you do last quarter? Because it's over. And before you move on to thinking about the second quarter, you have to understand what actually even happened in the last 90 days. Most people don't do this, they just move on, don't analyze, and just repeat the same mistakes and then wonder why they're broke. You have to break down what actually happened and then ask yourself a few questions which I wrote down. I didn't answer them myself yet, so it's gonna be my first time on the spot right now. The first question is, how much money have you made in Q1? Well, I'm not gonna say the exact number, but it's over $30,000 in those 3 months. The second question is, what did you do well? Well, actually, I worked pretty hard. I worked like maybe the hardest that I worked in my entire life, probably especially in January, and I also worked the smartest and I did like the best possible work. And also what did go well is that I'm in Thailand right now and I just, kind of moved to Thailand. I'm here for 1 month. I'm gonna stay for at least another month. And yeah, I'm very happy for it. It was actually a life-changing experience, so that went well. Next question is, what bad things happened? Well, I broke up with my girlfriend, but it was actually beneficial for me. And I don't know, I don't honestly know. Nothing major actually happened. They cancelled my flight to Thailand, so I had to wait 3 or 4 days because of the fucking war. That was probably maybe the worst thing that actually happened. Otherwise, just normal business problems as usual. Nothing major, I would say. Next question is, what did you do wrong? So think about it. What did you do wrong? Because that's probably the most important question. What I did wrong is that I just wasn't so smart when I was working. I was working hard, but not as smart. I didn't really have a system, and basically I could just be more perspicacious and to just like notice more things and be smarter and just analyze what I'm actually doing. And before I make a decision, just sit and think, okay, what is the best move on the chessboard? What is the best thing I can do right now, and which order? What makes the most sense? What would the best version of me do right now? That's what I did wrong, most of the time. Next question is, what could have you done better? Probably this, just be more smart, be more perspicacious. That's it. How are you going to fix it? Well, I know about it and I'm fixing it right now. That's simple as that. And what is your goal for the next quarter? I want to make $30,000 per month in the next quarter, which is very, very possible, very, very doable if I just work smart and don't be a fucking retard. Well, and the next point is, how do you even want to plan the next quarter, which is the second point in this video. Based on what you found out right now, answering these questions, you need to have a clear plan on what are you actually going to do to fix these problems. Most people don't even have a real plan, and they don't even believe that they can achieve the results for some reason. They don't really fully believe it. And also, they just focus on things that don't even make them money. So set a goal for the quarter and know, why do you want to achieve this goal? What does it mean to you? Why do you want this specific goal? And it shouldn't be something that just sounds cool, just like a random number that just chose, or you want to buy a car or whatever. You need to actually want it, because yes, you can make 10k per month within the next 90 days, but you have to actually believe that it's possible and have something tangible. The second thing you need, after you have a goal, you need to have a tunnel vision, just focus. You have to be focused only on one thing and just do only one thing, because that's how you become the best at it. Don't focus on 5 random things. Don't focus on things that don't even make you money, like making a website, changing your logo, changing your profile picture. That doesn't make fucking money. What makes money is what I will say in the next point, but for example, right now, I'm just focusing on YouTube, and I just go all in on YouTube. That's like all I'm gonna do right now for the next 3 months. And I know it will work, because if it's the only one thing that I'm focusing on, how the fuck does it not work? So I'm gonna use YouTube to scale my coaching business to at least $30,000 per month, and I know this is the best way to do it. So you should only focus on money-making activities. Now, what are these activities, right? Which is the third point. The vehicle. How do you actually make money? Is you need to have a right business model, right? You need to have the right business model for you that actually makes sense. And I would just choose coaching, bro. Like I'm just gonna be honest, because I do it, I'm helping my clients do it, and I'm doing it for 3 years, and it's just the best, the fastest, most scalable business model, and the easiest to start, because you're just literally helping people with what you already understand. So what did you do? What skill did you have, for example, fitness or whatever? And you just teach them, you just help them, you just coach them, give them advice, help them understand it, give them accountability and guidance, and just help them achieve the same transformation as you. And it's super fucking easy if you already do the thing. And you don't even have to be like an expert, or you don't have to be at level 10. People are usually at level 0, they are zeros or maybe ones. You're just on level 1 on the thing. So if you are at level 4, you can help a 0 to get at level 2 or 3 or even 4, right? If you're at level 7, you can help a 4 to get at level 5, 6, 7. If you're at level 9, again, you can have 7 to get 8, 9, whatever. So it doesn't really matter if you're a professional or not, but if you are at least above a beginner, you can actually help the beginner. And mostly you're not selling to everybody, you're selling just to do 1 to 2% of the market who are actually serious, because for every 100 people that will watch your content and actually like you as a person and are interested in the thing that you are doing, for example, fitness, self-improvement, whatever it is, there will be always at least 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of those who will actually really want to get the results, and they will want to get there faster, and they will understand that investing into themselves is the thing that will actually get them there. And all the others will just do it themselves. They will read books, try to do it themselves. They are not taking it that seriously. They just, take it slow, whatever, because it doesn't matter so much for them. But the 1 to 2%, they're actually serious about it, and they want to learn everything as fast as possible. And these people actually buy from you. So they are willing to pay you to help them solve a problem that is stopping them from being where they want to be. Now, the fourth point is the actions. The money-making activities is mostly in this, just making content, recording videos, or posting on Twitter or on Reels, just making content because it works for you. You can make it within an hour, and it gets hundreds of hours of watch time. The next thing is like sales. So actually calling with people, closing them for your service, and then even like DMing people, DMing your followers, chatting with them, and offering them your help. But mostly just like scripting videos, recording videos, making thumbnails, all of these, you would say small things like making a thumbnail, but it's very important because you will get the views from it. And if you are starting from 0, it will be very, very, very smart, and I would recommend it a lot to just start reading books about business from successful entrepreneurs and millionaires and billionaires. And ideally, you should read like 1 book a week, which is a lot, I understand, but it's either that or you can have a mentor and just shortcut the process. But if you're starting out, I would just recommend you to read books anyways, because you can learn from literal fucking billionaires. For example, I read books, but then I was still like, I want to speed this up. I'm actually serious about it. I was amongst the 1 to 2% of people who actually wanted help with this, so I bought a mentorship as well, actually multiple mentorships. And the fifth point of this second point is the lifestyle and the work ethic, because you just have to be relentless, like completely relentless, and just work your ass off every single day and be as productive as possible and work as hard as possible, which is very hard to do. But if you do it, you will win, because nobody is doing it. I don't see anyone actually working that hard, actually making 1 video per day, actually putting in so much effort, focusing on one thing, doing all the things that I'm telling you. Nobody's doing it. So I would plan my day like this. That's what I'm actually doing every single day. So I wake up, it doesn't fucking matter when. You can, bro, my sleep schedule is cooked, bro. Like right now, I don't even know right now it's 3:11 a.m. and I'm probably gonna go to sleep at like 5, 6 a.m. and yeah, wake up at like 1 p.m, 2 p.m, 3 p.m. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't fucking matter. You just sleep 8 hours, doesn't matter. Then after that, I wake up, I go immediately to the gym, hit a workout, or I go to Muay Thai, which I was today, and I just hit a workout, it takes a couple hours, to get there, then I go eat food after that, then I come home, then I just fucking work, I'm recording videos, I'm making the scripts, and after I do this, then I'm just gonna read a book and go to sleep, and that's it, and I repeat the process every single day. You can also listen to an audiobook, of course, but this is literally it. Then once per week, for example on Sunday, you can have a day off, not fully of course, you will not just stop working, but you can for example go out with your friend and just talk about something and just chill, because you need the rest. Like it's impossible to work for 3 months every single day, 12 hours a day. That's complete bullshit. You should be just chilling, bro, but still working very, very hard, And this way, at least for me, I'm gonna get rich as fuck, I'm gonna get jacked as fuck, and I'm gonna learn how to fight very well. Which is exactly like, what else would I want to do, right? These are all my goals for the next 3 months and for this year as well. And this is how I'm gonna do them. But for example, with the coaching business, in multiple videos I mentioned that you can work just like 1 to 4 hours per day, which is fine. And that's amazing. That's why I do it, because it doesn't require you don't have to work 12 hours per day with a coaching business. It runs, you can make 10k per month working like 1 to 4 hours. But this is good, because now if you actually want to work hard, if you're not a lazy piece of shit, and if you actually want to take the next 3 months seriously, it gives you a lot of space to work 12 hours on the coaching business. And since the work takes maybe 4 hours, let's say, you can spend 3 times more time on the same tasks, meaning that they will be exponentially better. They will not only be 3 times better, they will be exponentially better, because there's even a graph. Basically, there's like here's like an effort, and here's like results. You put in 80% effort, it's like this, 80% is like this. But once you put 90%, it goes like this. Once you put 100% of effort, or 99%, that's when it actually skyrockets, and it's exponential. So if you do a coaching business, and you work just 4 hours per day, you are maybe getting like 80% effort, 80% of the result. It's growing slowly. But the moment you start working 12 hours a day on something that takes 4, and you just make it so much better, you just put in so much effort, and you just try to make it as good as possible, that's when you actually skyrocket, and that's when you make the money fast as fuck. And then it compounds. It's like that's why it's exponential. It compounds as fuck. With other businesses, they require you to work at least like 8 hours a day normally just to maintain them. Just 80% there is 8 hours. 80% of a coaching business is just 4 hours. So then it doesn't give you that much space to work that much harder and actually get the exponential results. That's why I'm doing a coaching business, because if you do the content well, it can get hundreds of thousands of views, and if you actually learn how to do the coaching well, you can get as many accounts as you want, and then you can just handle them, and that's it. So you don't have to be stuck at just like 10k, 15k, whatever, but you can just make way more. You can make hundreds of thousands of dollars from this. Nobody fucking does it. Nobody does it, bro. There's no competition. Nobody actually works that hard. Nobody is so smart. Nobody puts in so much effort and so much work, and nobody stays consistent, which is the next point, the third one. You need to make it actually work, so you have to stay consistent. You have to be able to stay consistent and know how. Because you have a plan, you know what to do, but most people still fall off, and they quit after 5 days because it's too hard. So you need to remove all the distraction and have a fucking system. It's not about discipline, it's not about you being lazy or you don't want it bad enough, you don't have a system. The system is at least have a to-do list. That's the most basic shit ever. Just have a to-do list. Write down the tasks that you want to do every single day, that you have to do every single day, and then at the end of the day, check out which did you not do, and if you didn't do them, just get fucking pissed, just get mad and do them, and just get so obsessed over completing every single task on the list that you will not go to sleep until you do it. That's one of the best habits that I do, and it works all the time, because if I just don't complete the task on the to-do list, I'm just fucking mad, bro. Next thing is you can have accountability. Accountability helps a lot from friends or on the same mission, or from a mentor who can actually give you advice as well and just support you and just hold you accountable. That's very, very important. I have friends who are actually working on the same dreams, same goals, so then we can talk about business, we can support each other, and it's just way easier if you're not doing it alone. And I was doing it alone for the most of my life, like for most of my life, for the past 2-3 years, I was doing it alone, only until now, when I actually have friends and people who are like entrepreneurs as well. Then you should be aware of yourself and see yourself from the third perspective, so you don't take any bullshit from yourself, because you will not feel like doing the work all the time, you will feel bad, you will be sad, you will be fucking angry or whatever. But it doesn't mean that you should not do the work. Like it means that you should still do it. So you can imagine like a second version of you. What would he want you to do? If he stands there and looks at you, fucking, I don't want to work, bro. What would he tell you to do? Probably he would tell you to just shut the fuck up and start working, because the emotions are irrelevant, you know. It only matters to you, but you know, if a few hours pass by and you are not feeling the same emotions anymore, so they're just like, you know, it doesn't fucking matter, it doesn't fucking exist. Just do the work, bro. Then treat the business like a job, which I'm against it. Like, I'm against jobs. I don't understand why people have 9 to 5s. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest, but that's for another video. But you should treat the business like you're a CEO, like you're a manager and you're an employee in your own business. You shouldn't work like an employee, of course. You should do leverage activities, but let's say you're a CEO and you have an employee and he is doing the same amount and quality of work as you. Would you fire him? Because if he's scrolling in between work, if he's not even doing the work, working 2 hours per day, just completing the task without actually trying, the company will not make that much money, right? So would you probably fire him? Well, I would, you know. So see yourself as an employee of your own business and try to not fire yourself, but actually start making more money, right? Give yourself a fucking promotion. Work so hard that you would give yourself a promotion, and the promotion is the result of the business, you will make the money. And mostly, last point, sabai sabai, which they say in Thailand, it basically means like chill, you know, be chilled out, don't stress, because stress kills everything. Stress kills all the results, it kills progress, it kills the money, it pushes everything away from you. Just chill, just don't stress, you know, it doesn't really matter that much, it's not that deep. So this was a very positive note at the end. I'm doing it myself, you can literally see the journey, I'm doing it right now in real time. So if you want to join the journey and basically like stay motivated, get my motivation from me, and also just get some advice from me as well, just subscribe to this channel and I will post video every single day. So you will just get advice and value every single day and motivation every single day, which if you actually are serious about this, it can help you a lot. So let's make the next 3 months of our lives actually fucking amazing. Let's get checked, let's get shredded, let's get fucking rich, and life is good. So I hope I helped, and see you next time.